We invited you to see for yourself the work that these men and women who are elected into the leadership of the party in the state are doing. In this team, we have all the 38 members of the ESCO at the state level. We have chairmen and secretaries from the 23 local government areas. We didn't need to bring all the 26 persons that work in this place. They have been cumbersome and not the thing that anybody would have imagined. So we are here primarily to talk to ourselves. It's our first meeting session after we emerged on the 30th of November and given the different designations. And so we felt that as a people, we should meet so that nobody walks at cross purpose. We needed to spell out the do's and don'ts, and how to dot the I's and cross the T's. That we have effectively achieved. And it was the grace of God and the trust that our people have bestowed on us that have made it successful. We just rose from that meeting. The reason, essentially, why we invited you to our party secretariat is because you will remember or you recall that APC went to court to challenge the charade they called local government election at the planning stage, not after. And a judgment was obtained, not a temporary thing. A judgment, full judgment was entered, because all parties had averred to their positions, and the trial judge gave a judgment. That judgment came 2 days to the ill-fated October 5th, 2020, November 2024. So we imagined that we didn't hide the order. We served the orders and the judgment of court on them. We made available to you, the press, the judgment of that Honorable Peter Obi of Court 10 of Federal High Court in Abuja. Because they are not law-abiding, and I will give you instances, because the one I just need to give you so that because of time is the fact that the governor led a team of record and talks to INEC, the State Independent Electoral Commission office. And he said he had a tip-off that the police was going to take over the party, the RISIEC. And he did that in the night. I'm sure you saw the videos and all that. How he threatened that the police should leave, that he has his own personal security that will supervise the elections in 319 wards of River State. Well, that's not enough, as if. Believing again that there is something that APC will be doing, they took to the very ugly side of it. Bombing of the APC State Secretariat. I'm sure all of you here who are members of the media here, you are aware. You came here with your cameras and you interviewed us. You saw the items that were destroyed. You interviewed us and we spoke to you. And so there was no story that was indicated. Nobody imagined that it would be in the house and would bring the story. No. People came here and took your pictures and your videos the way you wanted to play it out. That was done. Beyond that, we approached the Nigerian police force to intimate them of the dastardly act. And the moment the officer, the head officer, the DPO, got the information from us, the director of police and myself, he immediately swung to action and immediately followed us in their own car. I was asking whether she could drive, and they said no. And she was going to follow us in their own car. And she did. She came here, saw how devastated, how the party office had turned to become turned to reeds, and was so worried. As a professional, we had thought that having the gatehouse and the party gates pulled down and all the glasses here shattered, so that it would have been, no. That she took her time to move around the premises and on her own uncovered another IED that was also sent, but God in heaven refused to allow that one to explode. Otherwise, this building would have gone down. And this building does not belong to APC. This building would have gone down and would have been where it would have been in a messy situation. That is what it is. And gentlemen, you didn't call us to ask. The news was everywhere. And you took to, responses, immediate responses. You came here, I don't know if I'm lying, you came here, you saw everything. So the lady, the DPO, collected another IED that God helped us did not explode. Because that one was targeted inside the main building. The other one was so strong to pull up the gate, the concrete and all that, and then the burning of it was devastating. And on that wee hours of 5th, we had planned that as a party, we will still maintain our position on no elections. No, nothing else. Nothing. And so, the reason essentially I want people to take note is that the governor appointed a commission or a panel to investigate the remote and the immediate causes of those inferno. And we were quick to remind the governor that, because when we had the names, the places to be investigated, we were quick. We reminded the governor, all of you are my witnesses, our witnesses, that our own office was bombed. And it was only important that our office that was bombed and reported by the police should have been included in the investigation spree. Yes, we also went out of our way because it is our role to provide legitimate opposition. It was our role. We went further to charge the governor to remind him that the edifice, iconic edifice for that matter, that housed the State House of Assembly, was pulled down. There was fire too. And that fire, the next other morning, as early as 6 a.m., the governor was supervising the pulling down of the assembly building. His thought was that pulling it down will now not provide avenue for the assembly members to meet. That was where he also made a mistake, noting or thinking that assembly inheres in the building. Assembly does not inherit in the building. Assembly is a conglomerate of assembly members who are sitting, and the only condition precedent is that the mace, the symbol of authority, must be placed on the desk. And if that is done, every other thing else, every other decision taken in tandem with law. So, the governor went ahead, set up panels, and refused to include the House of Assembly building because he knew it was at his behest that the House of Assembly building was first set on fire, and then he hurriedly procured an order from a federal high court, for a state high court, mandating him to pull down the assembly building. And you can see how ignoramus the actions were. Thanking God that we now have a full house to take decisions for the party. On this note, we have agreed to set up our own panel of inquiry. The panel will be empowered, will be empaneled to extend invitations to anybody is above the law. Invite people. We are hearing stories and gossips of what will happen and what happened, but we cannot agree to it. So it is your duty to isolate these points and then give us a report of what happened to our party secretariat. Unfortunately, because we were in a hurry to fix the party secretariat, we had fixed up. Otherwise, we would have left the structure the way it was after the bomb, so that you too will see it with your own eyes. So today, we are setting up a committee. Their duty is to unearth remote and immediate causes of the bombing of APC. This is the second time. The second time that these attempts have been made. But this one, it was more devastating. So, we have a 7-man committee consulting amongst ourselves here. We have a 7-man committee. And we shall immediately commission them to go to work and come out with their own report. We are told that there is a document of 60 pages and blah, 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 blah. All to hoodwink, all, political mischief. So ours will not be like that. Ours will be clear. Please, you are appointed. The chairman of the panel, the chairman, coincidentally, is the legal advisor of the party in this state. He is Barrister Kelechi Muzi. Others are Barrister Bethel, Philip Samson, He's the assistant legal advisor of the party. We have on this list Barrister Rex Wogu. We have Barrister Darlington Ike. We can see that we have nominated the list with lawyers, Abi? Yes. So we will add 2 laymen to join to make it 5, yes. Chairman of Okrika. You join them. My dear sister that prayed for us, please, what's your name? Doctor what? Teresa.
Shiba.
Okay. From Emoha, right?
Yes.
So you supply me your phone number. Then, of course, I think we have struck the seven member committee. Oh, 6? Okay, I said there has to be laymen. We'll also include the other people who are not lawyers, but who can be very vibrant in discharge of this function. Yeah? Thanking God that we now have a full house to take decisions with the party. On this note, we have agreed to set up our own panel of inquiry. The panel will be empowered, will be empaneled to extend invitations to anybody is above the law. Invite people. We are hearing stories and gossips of what happened and what happened, but we cannot agree to it. So it is your duty to isolate these points and then give us a report of what happened to our party secretariat. Unfortunately, because we were in a hurry to fix the party secretariat, we had fixed up. Otherwise, we would have left the structure the way it was after the bomb, so that you too will see it with your own eyes. So today, we are setting up a committee. Their duty is to unearth remote and immediate causes of the bombing of APC. This is the second time. The second time that these attempts have been made, but this one it was more devastating. So we have a 7-man committee consulting amongst ourselves here. We have a 7-man committee, and we shall immediately commission them to go to work and come out with their own report. We are told that there are a document of 60 pages and blah 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 blah, all to hoodwink, all political mischief. So ours will not be like that. As we clear, please, you are appointed. The chairman of the panel, the chairman, coincidentally, is the legal advisor of the party in this state. He is Barrister Kelechi. Others are Barrister Bethel Philip Samson. He's the assistant legal advisor of the party. We have on this list Barrister Rex Wogu. We have Barrister Barrister Darlington Ike. You can see that we have nominated the list with lawyers, Abi? Yes. So we will add 2 laymen to join to make it 5, yes. Chairman of Okrika. You join them. Okay, please, let me, indulge me. We'll run through the committee and so that you have an idea of what was done. This committee will be expected to return back to us in 1 month. The committee is expected to report to us in 1 month. This, we try to work assiduously together to achieve these results. So, if they don't want to help us, we seek our own self-help. That's where we are. Nobody takes the powers of the governor, particularly on 308 immunity. Nobody takes the powers of the governor. Because we have the right as citizens of the country to say this that happened is not in sync with us. And if the issue was bombing, the APC office was bombed, no response. I would like to read something. I have copies. If you want, I'll give everybody. The media people, I'll give you 1 copy each. The media people, so that you yourself will be the judge. This is a police press release, and it says bomb explosion in Port Harcourt. Paragraph 1. The Rivers State Police Command has been alerted to 2 explosions that rocked the city of Port Harcourt today, Saturday, October 5th, 2024. The first explosion was reported at the APC secretariat. I'm not the one that wrote it. The first explosion was reported at the APC secretariat on Apa Road at approximately 3:00 a.m. A security guard reported hearing a loud bang, and upon investigation, observed 3 black Toyota Hilux vans speeding away from the scene. The explosion caused significant damage, destroying the gate and shattering the windows of the building of the All Progressives Congress Secretariat. Additionally, the security building was set ablaze. I'm not the one that got it. One of my boys was able to call. It was signed by the PRO of the police command. So I didn't also know, because if you are a chief executive, every morning, you will get security reports on your table. There's a special file that nobody else opens, only the principal, because security reports from the DSS, from the police, from the army, and so forth and so on. Beyond the fact that the governor had been intimated of the action, is the fact that he glossed over our plight and attempted to make us helpless, and we agreed that we will not be helpless. So as soon as this report is churned out by the very powerful committee that was set up, we shall call you, and then you will be here with us to also sieve the chaff from the grain on the report. So that's why we're very happy. Now, the other thing to address is, as a party, we agreed that Mr. President is working tirelessly to return Nigeria to El Dorado. That will take us to the El Dorado point. The resumption of diplomatic visits to countries are beginning to yield results. They are beginning to yield results. And it's a thing that we need to commend Mr. President on this vision. When you see a man that carries vision, and God also gives him grace, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. The man owned up to say, whatever happens in the country, in Nigeria, within my period, please don't say sorry, because I worked for it, I spoke for it, I danced for it, and I'm here, so it is my responsibility. He said so. All right? Now, that is one major achievement. You're aware that his visit to South Africa had also opened up another vista of relationship between Nigeria and South Africa. So we're almost getting out of a cocoon where we are only to stay within the confines of precinct of our country. No. The other issue to commend Mr. President is for the up and running of the Port Harcourt refinery. Critics, pundits had concluded that project was going to be a wide goose chase and that nothing will come out of it. You recall that over the years, monies have been assigned, designated to the NNPC and the other subsidiaries that make up the team. And that's all of those cannot be accounted for. But Mr. President promised Nigerians that he was going to relive the Port Harcourt refinery, and we have seen it in action. I thought we would have given the President a round of applause. I don't know whether you are careful to observe that a lot of things are beginning to happen. Some issues that are negative are beginning to nosedive. I'm told that dollar is about for 1,500 or something. But a few days before today, dollar was 1,700 or something. So it means that something is going on. Something is doing what? Something is going on. And that Nigerians will have to be patient, Mr. President. I have made these instances and examples. And we had said that you will not plant an orange and expect it to sprout same day or a day after. There are some processes that will decay before you see that thing come up. We need time for Mr. President, and we need to pray for him. He had also given a marching order to the refineries in Warri and Kaduna. And the second phase of the Port Harcourt refinery. Isn't that a thing? Does it not bring some joy? We're almost getting to the point where we are told that nobody will import petroleum products from the outside because we can now refine. So we must commend Mr. President for all these developmental strides. And because as a party, this party in Rivers State, we plead with him to come to our aid at any point, at any time, that such assistance will be required. Within us here, We have lawyers, doctors, professionals, non-professionals, they're very erudite, who can make lists for appointments. So that's where we are. The state. And to the extent that our office was bombed and he knew about it, this report from police was flying everywhere. It's on social media. And he refused, blatantly to set up a committee that will include us. We will help ourselves. Is that not what we are doing? Yeah. Please.